Well, good morning everyone. Kay here on my homestead, and you can hear the caterpillar making its way up to me. I've just got a second to introduce this video. I have been wanting to do this for 2 years, and Corey has come with his excavator. You have to do things when you have an opportunity to get help. And he is here today with his excavator, and we are going to move some dirt and hopefully create a new terrace where I can grow my lavender and anything else that the deer hate. So all of these mounds are going to get worked on. I've had these mounds sitting here for 2 years, unsightly as you drive up my driveway, so I'll be following the action. But basically, I'm going to give you a look at what it looks like now, and then you'll get to see it afterwards. So stay tuned. Okay, so this is where the terrace is going to go. We're going to kind of use the log where it is as the back end. This is not going to be terribly scientific. We just want it kind of level and have the good topsoil that we didn't use over here down there. So let's take a look at some of the piles. Okay, so this pile represents one of 2 piles where we skimmed off the vineyard. It was just the top kind of junky soil with all the grass. Now it's full of poison ivy and weeds. This is the other pile that over here that was just skimmed off from the flower garden. I drive through here with my 4-wheeler, and it's just kind of a dirt path, and what we're going to do is take this whole mound of wood chips, and he's going to make me a path, and that will be like my little road up until about right here to cover up all the roots and the dirt, and that'll last for a year, and that's fine. This mound was good topsoil that I did not cover with the tarp, and of course it got covered in weeds and grass. And that needs to be to come off and be level, and the dirt moved over to the new area over there. Remember, I planted my potatoes on the top of that mound? Well, the potatoes are not ready to harvest just yet, so he's going to scrape off everything from the tarp towards the camera and just smooth that all out and get that moved. So nothing needs more attention right now than weeds and my tomato terraces. The weeds in the lower garden, I can probably wait a day or 2 before it's beyond control. But the tomatoes are really desperate. They need their Florida weave and major weeding. The lower terrace isn't as bad as the upper terrace, but it's bad. So, like I said, you know, when you get help to do a project, you have to drop everything and punt. Wow. So, I wasn't expecting this today, and I'm thrilled. It is going to be, it's already sweltering, and I'm in the shade. He is accustomed to working in the heat, but I'm not. What he's working on right now is kind of cutting into the earth on that really high side so it will be more level on the terrace. And that's going to take a minute. Here's an asparagus I missed. So this is what happens if you've never seen it. If you miss harvesting it at the right time, when it's, you know, a foot to 14 inches, is a really great time. It comes up and it starts to form different shoots. Here's a good example. This is a perfect time to harvest asparagus. The only problem with wearing nice hats in the garden is they get dirty. This is a really nice hat that I picked up for $2 in a yard sale in California. And now it's dirty. Anyway, let's eat this and see how it tastes. You know, at a certain point it gets tough. Now, interestingly, you can cut it lower Like even if you buy asparagus in the store and you feel like, the best way to determine tenderness is if you buy an asparagus spear in the store and you take your finger and you bend the big tip until it snaps, and then you put that in your compost and you eat the rest. However, if you don't want to waste that much, you can actually peel with your peeler. You can peel the peeling off those lower 3 or 4 inches. I mean, yes, it's time consuming, but then you can eat it and it's not wasted. It's just the skin gets tough. So good. Well, this is the thing about a garden is if you come and you sit down in a different place and you look around, you see things that look very different than from a distance. And I'm seeing some amazing looking peaches. I had some early peaches that had, it almost looked like sugar crystals. It was split, they were split and seeping out, and what had seeped out just turned into crystalline structures like sugar crystals or something. And I thought, oh dear, don't tell me I'm not going to get any peaches. I didn't get one peach, not one peach last year, but I've got my eye on one. Let's check it out. You can see that one looks good, but the one right beside it has that problem. Very hard. Oh my gosh, look at this. So, what caused that? I'm beginning to sound like a broken record because if you can't take care of what you have, then you have too much, right? You keep hoping that you're going to get everything protected and that some things can just take care of themselves, but it's just not true. Everything needs taking care of. The deer have eaten on the potato leaves, the sweet potato leaves, which you're going to see in a separate video, and the blackberries, the daylilies, the aronia berry, the elderberries. If you can ever get to a point where your entire garden is protected from deer, then that reduces a huge load off of your mind. You know, it's interesting, the biggest, healthiest looking thing growing in this bed is a weed. I'm going to put the title on screen because I don't remember. I did show it in a former video, and I actually pulled some out of that same bed, and I thought I got it all, but obviously not. But no, the deer don't eat that. Where do you even put it? You know, oops, not there. But you see, the deer ate all of these potato leaves. You know, sometimes they recover and they keep growing, put out more, but these have already bloomed, so I could just go ahead, you know, when I redo these other beds, just go ahead and harvest this bed. Two more. This is nut grass. Oh, I didn't really get the nut, but I got the root. You know, if you pull this out of a hard yard, it's going to break off. But if it's your raised bed with loose soil, you can get the root, but there's a little nut at the bottom, and if you don't get the nut, then it just grows back. I had this shade cloth on there just because I didn't want the deer eating it. But it was just poking out everywhere, and I thought it needs room to expand. And of course, they come through like a lawnmower, weed whacker. It's too messy, we'll do it later. I generally like to harvest potatoes when the plants are flopped over and yellow. You know the plant is done. Almost all of those potato plants got sheared down by deer some time ago. And they've tried to come back. They've been eaten again. Well, I see one little one in there and I don't want to disturb. Well, it's 82 and 10 a.m. and I am sweltering. It's really hard to find a gardening shirt that breathes and drips dry, that has UV protection. You know, I want to have long sleeves. I want to have protection from sunburn. I tend to burn, and I don't want to get bit. I know the mosquitoes will go right through your clothing. And the chiggers will somehow find their way into the most inner creases in your body. How they do that, I don't know. Ticks also, but you know, I am burning up, as we say in the South. So, and that's why I wear the same 3 shirts for like 12 years. You probably go, oh, there's that cranberry colored shirt again. Oh, there's that pink shirt again. Oh, there's that light green shirt again. I used to have a navy one. I don't know what happened to it. But I had 4 in that style for like 12 years, 10 to 12 years. And they stopped carrying that style. And so I've been searching for a lightweight drip dry shirt ever since and haven't found it. I like the way this looks. This has great pockets for carrying your stuff, but you really need this in the spring and the fall. It's too hot. I'm burning up. But anyway, if you are interested in building a sustainable homestead, I hope you will follow my channel, consider subscribing, click that bell for notifications, scroll down and click all so you won't miss anything, any of the action right here on the homestead. There are lots of challenges. Oh my goodness, so many challenges, and all of the challenges, extraordinary challenges we face now in our world, with food plants closing and so much more. So we need to be thinking about growing our own food. Not thinking about it, we need to be doing it. Doing everything we can to grow food. And I know a lot of you are, even with small space. My channel, when I was in LA, was all about small space gardening, finding the sun, growing in containers, growing on my driveway. I used every inch I could find, even on my roof, my terrace. One year I grew 40 pepper plants on my bedroom terrace upstairs. Crazy. I mean, you just do what you can. You do the best you can with what you have. And so that's all you can do. And so I hope you subscribe, and don't forget to stay till the end and see all of the improvements that we accomplished today. Thanks so much for watching, and keep watching. Whew. Okay, here I am in the pink shirt. I came out to work, and it is so hot. The air quality is bad because of the Canadian wildfire smoke finally made it down here. And so he seems okay. He's been working in the shade for hours, smoothing all that out, but I was out in the sun just doing odds and ends, and I'm going to go in for my second shower today. The status is the terrace is done. I mean, his part. I'll give you one final shot when he's done, but he's still got to mow and weed whack. I mean, he's a trooper. just put a couple of larger cages around these pawpaw trees. I don't know how they're going to make it over here. And there's our foe, poison ivy. But at least they're not strangulated. Well, let's try this out. So this is the morning after, and all this has been cleared. This is broken down wood chips pathway for my four-wheeler, and all the rest back there. He took down 2 big mounds, smoothed it all out. I had a lot of erosion over the roots, the tree roots, and he just cleared it all out. And then yesterday I came and I sprayed all the poison ivy around the trees with vinegar. So of course all this will rain in, and I'm going to spread some grass seed and rake it in. But first he's going to bring back the tractor and smooth it out. Oh my gosh. I was afraid of this. My peaches are falling off the tree because they have a problem. They fall off either being eaten, or they're eaten after they fall off, and I don't know which it is, but they're very hard. Let's see if we can get this across the road. I figured she'd go after that. So as soon as the potatoes are harvested, all this mound gets incorporated, and it'd be nice to kind of, well, I want to put a fence around this. There was a deer standing right here last night. So that's the 3rd terrace so far. It needs a lot of work before I can put the plants in there. But that and the whole place got mowed. So that was a full day. And I'm excited. And I'd be a lot more excited if we didn't have poor air quality, because I have so much to do. Look at all that mycelium in the wood chips. It was just a peach, it wasn't an animal. BJ's looking for it.